Hold on to your hats, folks. Gene Deal and Jaguar Wright are teaming up for what might be the most explosive expose yet. They're pulling back the curtain to reveal the darker side of Diddy's empire, sharing some jaw-dropping tales that are sure to shake up the music industry. Buckle up and prepare for a deep dive into their allegations. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
He was like, it's power, see? I can make a man, he said, if I can make a man suck my I can make people do anything.
Sean Combs is a titan in music, with a career spanning decades and a net worth estimated to exceed $900 million. His label, Bad Boy Records, is iconic, but behind the scenes, some say all is not as glossy as it appears. Today we're unpacking these accusations, which suggest that Diddy's power could be tainted by actions that cross the line into coercion and alleged criminal activity.
And now, another artist. This artist didn't wait 10 years. You know what I'm saying? He didn't wait 20 years. You understand? He waited a year, two after he stopped working with him and saw he didn't get what he was supposed to get. And he said, yo, listen here, man. I'm putting in my claims right now because I'm gonna show everybody what really happened, what really went down. It's crazy. When I was reading it, I read the whole thing. Shout out to Keisha in Kansas City. She sent me the whole documentation, bro. And you know, the whole court thing. And when I'm reading the stuff, you know, it sounds a lot of it sound familiar. You understand? And what I mean sound familiar, how he would get other girls and get girls to try to, you know, convince this guy, you know, or put him in a sexual situation with other girls so he could do whatever he wanted to do with them. And it's just like the situation somewhat with Sarah and her girlfriend and him and Ja. You know what I'm saying? Bringing girls on to try to convince this other guy to be in a room with another naked man and all this other bullshit. It all sounds familiar, man.
Let's start with Jaguar Wright's claims. She paints a disturbing picture where power is wielded like a weapon. One of the most shocking allegations she brings up is about an incident where a male artist was reportedly forced into performing a sexual act to secure a music deal. This accusation, if true, is not only morally reprehensible, but also criminally actionable, pointing to an abuse of power that should never find a place in any industry, let alone one as influential as music.
In the Biggie Small story, Valletta Wallace.
But even when it comes to Diddy, let me ask you something.
I don't want to talk about him.
You don't want to talk about him?
I ain't got shit good to say about him.
I call him the devil. Am I somewhere close?
I'm gonna tell you a true story. The Bad Boys Summer Tour, I think it was like 97, 98. It was a big deal. Everybody was on the roster. So they came to Philadelphia. Back then, it was called the First Union Center before it became the Wachovia Center, before it came to Wells Fargo.
Okay.
That goes to show you how long I've been doing this shit. So we were sitting backstage and another label executive was standing next to me. And this was when Puff was doing the whole gospel moment in the middle of, fuck you, bitch, we the shit. He did it on the award show. Had Faith singing gospel while he was, worship me. Wow, I'm the shit. But a record executive said to me, if this place go up in flames right now, the only motherfucker that will survive is that nigga. He said he a shepherd for the devil. He said, I don't even feel comfortable being here now after that shit that I saw that happen with Father MC. That's what a record executive said to a label intern.
Jaguar says that Diddy treats his women even worse than his executives. Talk about a low bar for workplace etiquette.
Music mogul and rapper Sean Diddy Combs has faced 4 different lawsuits in recent weeks alleging sexual assault and abuse, who accused Combs of sexual abuse and sex trafficking during the decade they were together. NBC's entertainment correspondent Chloe Malas spoke exclusively to a longtime friend of Cassie's who says she witnessed some troubling incidents. Chloe?
Singer-songwriter, activist Tiffany Red had been working with Cassie on an album when she first met Diddy and says that she witnessed him verbally abusing her friend. Following Cassie's settlement with Diddy, Red penned an open letter in Rolling Stone about her experience. She spoke to me about the events that she says traumatized her.
I don't think people understand what it's like to be traumatized by somebody famous and rich, because you can't get away from them.
In a lawsuit Cassie filed last month, she detailed the abuse she says Diddy committed, including physical assault. Red says although she did not know about the alleged physical assault while working with Cassie, she did witness verbal abuse on more than one occasion, one of which took place during Cassie's 29th birthday in 2015. Red says Diddy showed up at karaoke, where Cassie and a group of friends were celebrating. Later that night, Red, who was staying at Cassie's home, says she awoke to screaming.
He's standing in the living room area and she's there. And he was like, emotional singing, there you are. And I just was like, oh, he's talking to me. I don't know if you know what his voice sounds like, but I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside. And then he says, tell your girl she wants some birthday. Well, I mean, he's saying this to me, and I'm like, well, she doesn't have to have sex with you if she doesn't want to. He was upset. I guess that she didn't want to do with him whatever he wanted. I don't know. I don't feel like I could advocate for myself in that moment. I realized, oh, this guy is dangerous.
Did you see anything in particular?
I've seen things. I've seen videotapes.
What's on these videotapes? Wait a minute. Take another sip of that.
See, Talib, I got my nails done.
Wait,
Now you can
hold
stop
on.
trolling on my page and telling me I need to get my nails done, Talib.
We gonna get on him next. Let me ask you. Did Cassie escape or did they break up?
I would say ask Kim Porter, but she's gone.
How did he get that casket so quick for Kim?
I would say ask Kim Porter, but she's gone.
And that book she was writing is gone too. The manuscript.
Oh my! And it's glow in the dark. It glows in the dark.
Okay.
His bodyguard shut up real fast too.
Sure did.
You know the biggest problem that I got with Puff, for real?
So,
With honeycombs, that's what I call them, honeycombs.
because he's sweet.
He's not so sweet. Biggest problem I got with him is not that he disrespected the institution of music by trying to dilute it as much as he can so he can control it in whatever way he wants to. Ever. Because I don't, you know what I mean? I ain't scared of the devil, but I don't like poking him.
Okay.
You poke the devil, you got to deal with what comes. But I told you I would give you everything, and I'm gonna give you everything.
Okay, give it to us.
It was the Kit Kat Club, 1996, New York. The tunnel had just started falling off, and the Kit Kat Club was everything. It was an old theater that was renovated and turned into a nightclub. All of the VIP booths were all the balcony rooms. See, Puff had a room. He had a standing room every night. I used to go with Bryce Wilson from Groove Theory because I was supposed to be the girl to come in to do the next album after Amel.
Okay.
So it was me and Bryce and Breon, who I believe is still Jamie Foxx's personal manager. But at the time, Breon was Bryce's manager, and if I joined Groove Theory, that would have made him my manager. But I never signed. You know, and Kimura was always there. You know, because they were runway girls. Kim Porter, all of them. They were all there. Like, it was where we hung out. When Missy came to town, she hung out at the Kit Kat Club. Devontae, like, it was where you went if you was in the game.
Right.
So one night I was walking through, because I was, like I said, I had a double life. I was walking through conducting some other business.
Yeah.
And I heard Puff talking to his interns, which were more like minions. They're all executives at Bad Boy now. And they should be, with all the shit that they did to please him. So the speech that he was giving was probably one of the most disturbing speeches I ever heard an executive give to interns. He said, the objective of Bad Boy is to kill talent. We don't want talented motherfuckers at Bad Boy. Talented motherfuckers think they gotta say. Oh, a talented motherfucker will tell you, I'm gonna turn in my album when I feel like it. He said, but see, if we get people with no talent, and then we make them look like stars, see, we have total control. Because without us, they can't be the shit. Oh. He said, that's how we're gonna run this label, and we're gonna run these motherfuckers into the ground, and I'm gonna make all of you rich. And that was his fucking pep talk at the Kit Kat Club in 1996 to his interns, who are now mostly executives at Bad Boy.
So that explains making the band, bring it unknown.
Well, let's share another perspective. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, sheds light on a broader pattern of behavior. According to Deal, the environment around Combs was one where fear and manipulation were routine. Deal's insights suggest that these were not isolated incidents, but part of a larger, more systemic issue, where Diddy's status and connections might have shielded him from accountability.
This girl, Tiffany Red, she said that she was filing a claim against Diddy, but it touched me crazy, man, because the hurt that I seen in her voice, in her she crying, man, and she worrying about what this dude could do to her and what he has done to her. Man, listen here. I want to let this young lady know, and I know this is not the place for it, brother, but please allow me to say this to her, man. You know what I'm saying? I started this battle long time ago. And the situation is that, bruh, we already won. This was some spiritual shit that Pop, the spirit of Pop, the spirit of Big, the spirit of Miss Jones, the spirit of Wolf, all the people that he has done wrong, you know, so Black, all the people that he has done wrong, bruh, is coming to light. We already won this shit spiritual. What we going through right now with these trials and everybody, you know, with this financial situation and everything like that, all that is superficial. That's the physical part of it. The spiritual part of it was won because Big, Pac, Wolf, Wolf mother, all the people that he did wrong, bro. You understand? They already won the battle where we were supposed to win it at. So now we just going through the physical part of it, man. And I want that girl to know, man, that she ain't gotta fear no man. She ain't gotta fear him, nobody else, man. Whenever she needs, you understand? Whenever she needs somebody to travel, to go with her, to make sure she all right, you know, I'm a phone call away, man. I'm a phone call away.
Amidst these swirling allegations, one particularly poignant aspect highlighted by Gene Deal concerns the culture of silence and complicity within the industry. According to Deal, there is a pervasive fear of reprisal that keeps many from speaking out against injustices they witness or endure. This fear, compounded by the high stakes of celebrity and the lucrative nature of the music business, creates an environment where abusive behaviors can flourish unchecked. The allegations suggest that Diddy, leveraging his substantial influence, may have created an atmosphere where people felt powerless to challenge or report his actions, further emphasizing the need for industry-wide reforms that prioritize transparency and accountability.
Diddy was transporting liquid cocaine on his private jet. Now, the DEA wasn't involved in this. It was the FBI and the Homeland Security, basically. That's because of the sex trafficking thing. But if they find any of that stuff in any one of his houses, there's a problem. Even if they find illegal guns, the constitutional right goes the right to bear arms, but he has to have licenses for that shit. So if anybody got illegal guns up in there, if they find any kind of drugs to a high amount, cocaine and weed, I don't think Diddy gonna get charged because what he did. He put everything in his kid's name and his company.
Did you see the video of his kids in handcuffs?
Yeah, that's a tactical thing. The kids being in handcuffs is a tactical thing that law enforcement use, you understand, hoping that people who've never been in handcuffs before, that it either scares them or want to make them talk. There's no reason after they searched those kids because they didn't have a search warrant for bodies.
These stories are crucial because they highlight a potential systemic issue in the music industry, where those in power might exploit their positions, overshadowing talent and hard work with intimidation and control. The implications are significant, calling for a serious examination of industry practices and protection mechanisms to be put in place for artists and associates.
Just like it wasn't seminal fluid that Justin Bieber was wiping away from his mouth when he brought his face up from Odell Beckham's groin in a club with Trey Songz on the lookout.
The strange relationship between P. Diddy and Justin Bieber has caught a lot of media attention amidst the recent allegations against the bad boy producer.
After they search those kids, make sure they didn't have no weapons on them, sit them down on the ground, make them feel comfortable.
Legally, these allegations could be just the tip of the iceberg. They suggest possible avenues for criminal investigations and civil actions for damages, highlighting the need for legal scrutiny and accountability, regardless of one's status or influence. The public reaction to these revelations has been varied. Some express shock and disillusionment, while others caution against rushing to judgment without full verification of the facts. The situation has sparked a broader discussion on the importance of ethical practices in the entertainment industry and the support systems available for those who might find themselves in vulnerable positions.
Yeah, it's more than enough to be scared because every lawsuit that was filed against him either confirmed or exposed a different side to him. Cassie's lawsuit exposed him for being a horrible person who often put his hands on her and hurt her in every way that you could imagine. Little Rod also came forward to claim that not only did Diddy allegedly essay him, but he also allegedly tried to pimp him out to other men in the industry like Cuba Gooding Jr. But the real drama started when Homeland Security raided his homes in LA and Miami on accounts of trafficking. This was when we knew that the situation was real bad. because the lawsuits that had been filed against him until that point were civil lawsuits that had no criminal backing. But with the feds getting involved now, we knew that something was really, really bad. Because the feds don't just jump on a big raid of this size unless they have a reason to believe that something is very wrong. After the raid, Diddy's lawyers came out to slam the feds and claim that they were just piling on Diddy.
They're gonna have to prove that. Now, if that guy becomes a witness, and if they can track anything back to Puff with that, that's gonna be one of their star witnesses.
Damn.
Cause see, they will give him leniency. They were like, yo, listen, man, hey buddy, listen here, we don't really want you. You know, we know you was just doing this to, you know, you were doing this to take care of your family, feed your moms. You know what I'm saying? What they're looking for, because it was going on the premises of sex trafficking. They're looking for pictures of girls that may appear to be underage in a sexual context. Like they in a sexual act. That's what they're looking for. So now they're gonna go through all those devices.
The claims against Sean Combs are more than just a scandal. They're a wake-up call for an industry that often glitters on the surface while potentially harboring darker realities underneath. As more information comes to light, it'll be important for all involved to seek truth and justice, ensuring that the entertainment industry can be a place of creativity and opportunity, not exploitation and fear. Thanks for watching.